confiscate the money. That girl is a real proud small world, all her friends know me.
So we are back at the episode of the Reindeer MyLEAGUE here in 2K17. But last episode, we won our first NBA championship in last season's simulation, and it was actually a pretty good simulation though. Obviously, we went blue. The Golden State Warriors blew a 3-1 lead once again to us in the WCF, and we went on to go and sweep the Pistons in the finals. So now we're gonna try and go and make up, or try and go and trump that last year's record by trying to go and have a way better regular season record, plus maybe even going and trying to maybe go undefeated in the playoffs. That's probably the only thing you can really do to match last season's season. But this year, one big player who's emerged actually pretty well is Shaq's son, Shareef O'Neal. So Shareef O'Neal, 81 overall. He's a 6th man right now. I think he'll do a very good job at the 6th man position this season, as we're second in all the power rankings. For some reason, the 76ers are ahead of us, even though we won the title last year, and we're 99 overalls across the board. It's kind of odd there, but right now we're 10-2 on the season. We're doing very well so far. Golden State and us. Usually at the beginning of the season, Golden State and us are very competitive though. Like, our teams very evenly matched when you look at the positions and stuff, because we're not that far behind from being the best team in the NBA. I'm pretty sure we are though, just based on how many 90s we have. We have 2 90s, and we have Kemba Walker, a point guard who's very good, even though he's an 88 overall. He plays like a 90. But under 37-5. We're way better than the Golden State Warriors at this point. We have 6 more wins than them on the season, so they're doing very well compared to that. But now 41-5, we just beat Golden State there by I don't know how many points there. So our team's doing very well, and I'm pretty sure the presence of Shareef O'Neal off the bench, he's actually a very good player off the bench. So right now he's an A+ potential. Next season he could be probably 85 overall plus. But now here's your all-star for this season. So the East, same old. When it comes to the West, we have Josh Jackson, our best player, 96 overall, as an all-star this season. So it's pretty much a lock for all-star every year. But where's DeAndre Ayton? Where's Kemba Walker? Where's even Shareef O'Neal? He's not that bad either. But when you go to the rest of the stuff, though, we have no other all-stars except for Sean Ryan on the Stars of the Rookie Stars tournament. So I guess not too bad there if you do have Josh Jackson there. But Josh Jackson, #1 in MVP right now. And the rest are the same old. But Defensive Player of the Year, we have DeAndre Ayton once again. We have Josh Jackson in 3rd. So Jackson and Ayton are basically the only 2 players that get DPOY every single year. Ayton's got it for the last few years, so we go and re-sign him to a 3-year deal, or over $20 million per year. But right now, Shareef and DeAndre are both out with injury. But in that one game, Ryan played very well. But when it comes to the All-Star game, though, Kemba Walker's playing in the All-Star game, which is very weird because Kemba Walker was not an All-Star when you just saw it. So now making the All-Star team that has me feeling pretty down. So I'm going to recheck this one. There's no Josh Jackson and there's Kemba Walker. So I guess maybe Josh Jackson had an injury and he got replaced at the last minute. That's what I'm guessing is the only reason why Kemba Walker's an All-Star. So at least one of the Reindeer is an All-Star. If that would suck if Josh Jackson wasn't an All-Star just based on a late injury. But Kevin Durant is your MVP this season, 28.4 points per game, pretty good there. Durant is your Rookie of the Year. Papa Giannis is your 6th man. DPOY goes to DeAndre Ayton once again, the 3rd time in a row. Moutier gets Most Improved. But Coach of the Year is Ron Adams, who's 62-20. No love for Greg Popovich, who's 72-20 with us. It's just stupid why he doesn't get it. It doesn't make any sense. Same with no DeAndre Ayton on the All-NBA team so far. At least Jackson gets the 3rd All-NBA team, but at least DeAndre Ayton's on the All-Defensive first team, and Josh Jackson gets All-Defensive second team. So I don't know why Ayton's not on the All-NBA teams. It makes no sense. Same with Coach of the Year. Makes no sense every year. But we're facing the Mavs in the first round. Here's our stats for the season. Obviously, the season was one of the better seasons I've ever seen. We won, I believe, 72 games. We tied the Bulls for the 2nd best record in NBA history. I thought for sure we were on pace to go and beat the Warriors record, but it just can't be done though right now, just based on a roster. But the Mavs, they are the 8th seed in the West. They're not really that good when compared to our roster. They have no 90s. And yeah, I'm pretty sure this will be a pretty easy first round matchup against the Mavs, especially since we have no injuries and they have one minor injury with a day-to-day. So game 1, we take game 1, 121-113 final. Ayton a double-double there, 26 points, 14 boards on that one. As Monroe 29-12, not too bad of a game there. But game 2, we take game 2 in the North Pole to make it a 2-0 series here. Ayton, great game, 24-13. Josh Jackson, 19 points, plus Kemba Walker, 13 points. 13 assists in that one. He's doing very well when it comes to dishing out the ball this season. But game 3, we take game 3 to go 3-0 here by 1 point. So a very close game there. Monroe 21 points, but Jackson at 23, 9 7 and 2. But Ayton had a triple-double, including 11 blocks in that game. Incredible game by DeAndre Ayton, though, 21, 10, and 11 blocks. So great game by him. Going to game 4, going for the sweep once again. And we sweep them easily, 148-112 final, no contest there. And we go and sweep the Mavs in the first round and move on to the semis. So, great game by Kemba in that last game. But the Mavs had no chance at the beginning though. Like, you can't have you have no chance if you don't have a 90 in your lineup. By going into the second round, we're facing the New Orleans Pelicans. So the Pelicans, they have Anthony Davis on there, 91 overall. He's basically the only reason why they're even any good right now. Their roster's just about average right there, but we could probably easily beat them or better than them in every single category from the regular season. But game 1, we take game 1, 147-116 final. Jackson puts up 34, Kemba Walker 24 and 12, including assists there. And then Anthony Davis 36 points and 16 boards in that one. Game 2, we take game 2 in the North Pole to go up 2-0 here as Aiden puts up 31 and 16, or 15, sorry, for a double-double. So Aiden, he's tearing it up. I don't know why he's not an all-star. I have no idea why he's not an all-NBA team. It just doesn't make any sense at all. But game 3, they take game 3 to make it a 2-1 series here. So they someone take this one by 13 points. I don't know how they did that, but 8 and 18 and 13 there for a double-double there. As we played pretty poor, I guess, shooting the ball wise. We got to go and be a lot more better when it comes to taking care of the ball. But game 4, we take game 4 to make it a 3-1 series lead as Aiden 26 and 16, or 20 and 16 for a double-double there. And now going into game 5, you're trying to go and take it all to move on to the Western Conference Finals for the second year in a row. And we do 120-114 finals as Kemba Walker 34 points. Great game by him though, 18 or 11 for 18 when it comes to shooting the ball in that game. As we played clutch in that elimination game for the Pelicans. As Anthony Davis though 38 and 11 there, good effort, but we're moving on to WCF for another year in a row as we're facing Popovich's former team, the San Antonio Spurs. So the Spurs, they Kawhi Leonard, the same old team as last year. Last year we played very well against them, but I'm pretty sure we could probably sweep them, just to be honest with you. They have one injury, you have no injuries. But first game, we take game 1 to make it a 1-0 series lead as we demolish them 121-198 final. As Kawhi 19 points, not really much of a chance there. Game 2, we take it again to make it a 2-0 series lead as Kemba Walker 29 points, 2 rebounds, 7 assists. And Malachi Richardson though, 22 points in that one. Great showing out of him coming off the bench, but Malik Beasley, 14 points in that one. As we're going into Game 3, we take the first game in San Antonio to go up 3-0 here in this series. As Kemba, 25 points. He's playing very well so far against the Spurs. As Aiden, only 8 and 13 there. A pretty small margin of stats for him. As we're going into Game 4, trying for the sweep, and we do. So moving on to the finals once again after that sweep. But let's see who we're going to face. And we're facing the Milwaukee Bucks. So the Bucks, we have similar logos, but this matchup will determine who has the better logo of the two. So the Bucks, 88 overall, Haynes at point guard. And they have a pretty decent team. They have Antetokounmpo there at small forward. They have Jabari Parker, who's developed pretty well. But our team is a lot better at the forward position. We have power forward, 94 overall Aiden, and 93 overall, 94 overall Josh Jackson. So the only injuries we have is Strickland. They have Summer, Henson, and Thon Maker. Game 1, we take game 1, 117-110 final, by 7 points. Kemba, 27 points, 10 assists in that one, great showing out of him. But Josh Jackson, triple-double in game 1 of the finals. The rest of the team, though, we have Jokic, 18 points, 9 rebounds, and our team just played very well in game 1 to take this W. But whereas O'Neal, 26 points, though, out of Floyd O'Neal. So game 2, we take game 2 by a big margin, 50 points, and now we're up 2-0 here in this series, as Aiden puts up 20 and 12 there for a double-double. As it was no contest from the start, obviously. We won by 50 points in the finals. I don't know, this series might actually end pretty quickly here, as seeing into Game 3 of the NBA Finals, your first game in Milwaukee, trying to go and take a 3-0 series lead in the finals, but they actually win this one 127-121 final, as they make it a 2-1 series lead for us in the finals. So, Kemba Walker, another great game out of him, but now this W slipped away from us. It's probably just due to Antetokounmpo's 24 and 12 showing there in the finals. But Game 4, trying to make it a 3-1 series lead, we do 136-124 final, as Josh Jackson, 31 points, 11 rebounds, 8 assists, 2 steals. Great game out of him. Almost a triple-double there when it comes to assists there, but when it comes to the rest of the points, though, for the Bucks, they have a pretty good showing, though, out of their top 3 players, but other than that, no backup from their bench. We're moving on to Game 5, trying to go and win it all once again.
And they've done it, the new NBA champions. What a moment it is right now to see the team who played so well together enjoying, Clark, this NBA championship moment.
Well, Kevin, it's awesome to be here to witness what happened tonight.
And seeing this team come together over the course of the season and on into the playoffs, what a joy. I mean, there is no better champion than we could have asked for.
And a pleasure here at 2K Sports to be with you all season long. Good night, everyone.
So we win back-to-back championships here as you go and take this W in Game 5 to another NBA championship. So Josh Jackson, a triple-double there in the finals. It's pretty safe to say he was a pretty good finals MVP choice by the staff. But when it comes to the rest of the points, though, for the Bucks, they've won Lane's 32 points out of him, but it's not enough as we win the championship once again, the second year in a row. So Josh Jackson is your finals MVP, averaging a double-double there when it comes to points and rebounds. As you started off 4-0, we swept the Mavs, we went 4-1 against the Pelicans, we swept the Spurs, we went 4-1 against the Bucks, as those are playoff stats for the playoffs, as all of our players played very well though. Like, our entire bench played and stepped up when you needed them to. We only lost about 2 games in the entire NBA playoffs, so I'm pretty happy about that one. But next, when it comes to the rest of the stats, though, we do have double-doubles and triple-doubles there. We do have a few triple-doubles out of Josh Jackson there, as he had 2. And it looks like DeAndre Ayton had 1 triple-double there with the blocks and points and rebounds. But when it comes to player retirement's actually pretty weak this season, though. I don't really see any big guys or big superstars retiring this season, so it's a pretty odd thing, as usually there's somebody going to the Hall of Fame every single year. But one man we should have gotten this franchise mode was Raheem Christmas, though. I don't know why I didn't think of getting him, but he retires there, and it's a little too late. But like I said, stupid rule, the first team to score in overtime is deemed the winner. I'm not doing that. Let's move on to the draft lottery. We have the #1 odds if it's not top 3 from the Raptors, and we're going to go and simulate this one, as we have a lot of picks, though, in this draft lottery, as the Knicks get the first overall pick, we get the 4th, the 6th, and the 12th there, so we have 3 picks in the top 15. That's actually pretty good, I guess, for a draft, so maybe you might be able to go move up to 1st or 2nd to go and take one of these 3 players, either Kenny Knight, Kurt Norris, or Corey Bryant, all great players. So we can try and move up to 2nd overall here, trading our 4th and our 12th overall pick, and Sacramento takes it. So let's move on to the NBA draft in 2022.
With the first pick in the NBA draft, the New York Knicks select Curtis Norris from the University of Nebraska. The second pick in the NBA draft, Kenny Knight from the University of Pittsburgh. With the third pick in the NBA draft, the Brooklyn Nets select Corey Bryant from The Ohio State University. We have a trade to announce. With the 4th pick in the NBA draft, the Utah Jazz select Clarence Sessions from the University of Michigan. We have a trade to announce. With the 5th pick in the NBA draft, the Portland Trail Blazers select Lester Dunn from Purdue University. The 6th pick in the NBA draft, Neal Horsley from the University of Wisconsin. The 24th pick in the NBA draft, Paul Wise from George Washington University.
So in the great draft, as Kurt Norris goes first overall, and we take Kenny Knight second overall. I was actually looking for him to go and picking Kenny Knight, so it actually worked out pretty well for me, as he averaged 30.5 points per game in the college careers. So I mean, that's actually pretty good, I guess, for our next shooting guard in the franchise. So maybe that means we could probably trade Caldwell Pope here, as we finally get a franchise shooting guard, as Corey Bryant's pretty good, as he falls the third overall to the Nets. So Corey Bryant, Kenny Knight, and the first overall pick, Kurt Norris, will play very well, though, I know, with their teams. As we move on to the pending options, we do have Shareef O'Neal and the rest of the players. We go and accept those offers. As we move on to the option summary for the NBA, almost everybody accepts, except a few odd players who are pretty bad, I guess. But your free agents are Russell Westbrook, Blake Griffin, Michael Porter, Porzingis, Parker, and so on. It's actually not too bad of a free agent class, as we try and sign Terry Rozier there in the free agency as a backup point guard. We go and trade Demetrius Jackson to the Trailblazers for a center, and we go and trade Jake Layman for first round pick somehow. And we go and trade, sadly, out of all these guys, Paul Wise for a second round pick, as we need to go and dump some players. So anyway, I guess let's start off here. Our team's absolutely stacked for next season. We gotta trade some players, and I guess make sure to like, subscribe for more Reindeer MyLEAGUE, and thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.